It won't be long before the few remaining bakeries in opposition-held East Aleppo start to close down. It has been more than a month since the Syrian government closed the only route in and out of the enclave. The UN has officially declared East Aleppo a besieged area.
We're facing a lack of flour and fuel. Without the fuel, we can't use the oven and generators, and the price of fuel is rising.
The UN, which has been calling for a ceasefire, the evacuation of the wounded, and aid to reach the people, is now warning the city faces total destruction. In an initiative to silence the guns, the UN Special Envoy made a direct appeal to Jabhat Fatah Hashem, previously known as al-Nusra, to leave the city.
Let's start with al-Nusra. We don't talk to each other. You know it. We know it. But can you please look at my eyes? And those of the Aleppo people, of the 275,000 civilians that are there where you are, and confidently tell those 275,000 people that you are going to stay there and that you remain there and keep hostage of your refusal to leave the city.
The presence of al-Nusra fighters in Aleppo and across Syria has been used as justification by Moscow and Damascus to continue their offensives against the opposition. Russia reacted immediately and welcomed Mistura's proposal to evacuate what the UN says are 900 fighters from the city. But what Russia did not say is whether it would agree to the second part of Mistura's initiative, and that is to halt the bombardment once the fighters leave. On the ground, the Syrian government and its allies are pushing ahead with their offensive. They have taken more ground. Half of the rebel neighborhood of Bustan al-Basha is now under their control. They have yet again called on the rebels to surrender and civilians to leave. But the only road they can take is to government-controlled territory, and many are too scared to do that without international guarantees.
We've been besieged for 40 days. We're facing problems, especially the lack of bread. I have 4 children, and the local council rations bread. They only give us 10 pieces, and that's not enough.
Shops have been forced to close. Markets are half empty. Stocks are in short supply, and prices are rising, making life difficult for the 275,000 people trapped here. Mistura described the situation as an emergency, as hopes for a diplomatic solution are fading. Zana Khuder, Al Jazeera, Gaziantep.